Breaking news flashes across screens, interrupting regular programming and capturing the attention of millions. The world is suddenly focused on a developing crisis at sea. Filipino sailors dramatically rescued by Chinese Coast Guard. The headline scrolls urgently, its bold letters, impossible to ignore. Viewers everywhere are riveted, glued to their screens as the story unfolds. The story is unfolding in real time, a life and death drama on the open sea. News anchors speak in hushed, urgent tones, relaying updates as they come in. Helicopter cameras capture the chaos from above, showing the vast, unforgiving ocean. No one knows exactly how it will end. Families of the sailors wait anxiously, their hearts pounding with every new update. The world holds its breath. The opening scene is tense, filled with uncertainty and fear. Every second feels stretched, every sound amplified by the storm. The South China Sea is dark and wild, its waves towering and relentless. Lightning flashes in the distance, illuminating the churning water for brief, terrifying moments. Rain lashes the Filipino fishing boat, drenching the crew and making the deck slick and treacherous. The storm shows no sign of letting up. The wind howls, and waves slam the hull with bone-rattling force. The vessel shudders with every impact, as if it might break apart at any moment. On board, men shout orders above the roar, their voices barely audible over the storm. Each crew member fights to keep the boat afloat, working together in desperate coordination. Their faces are drawn tight with fear and determination. The crew is alone, surrounded by darkness and danger. The radio crackles with static, their only link to the outside world. They send out a distress call, hoping someone is listening. Every minute counts. Their voices tremble as they relay their position, praying for a response. Their boat is taking on water fast, and the engine sputters under the pounding surf. The threat of sinking grows with every passing second, and exhaustion begins to set in. As the minutes drag on, hope seems to fade. The crew clings to each other, searching the darkness for any sign of rescue, their spirits wavering between despair and determination. But then, faint lights appear on the horizon, cutting through the rain and darkness like a beacon of hope. The crew stares in disbelief, hardly daring to believe rescue is near. Help could be on the way. The possibility of survival returns, and the sailors muster their remaining strength, ready to fight for their lives until the very end. It is a night that none of the sailors will ever forget. The memory of this storm will be etched into their minds for years to come, a story they will tell their families and fellow fishermen whenever the sea turns dark and restless. The sky is pitch black, with only the occasional flash of lightning illuminating the endless horizon. Sheets of rain pour down relentlessly, making it nearly impossible to see more than a few feet ahead. The world feels closed in, as if the storm has swallowed everything beyond the boat. The sea is unforgiving tonight. Towering waves rise up out of the darkness, crashing down on the small fishing boat and tossing it up and down like a child's toy. Each swell threatens to overturn the vessel, and the men can do nothing but brace themselves and hope the boat holds together. Each sailor clings desperately to whatever they can: railings, ropes, even each other. Their knuckles turn white as they fight to stay upright, their bodies battered by the wind and spray. The boat groans and creaks with every slap of a wave. Water pours over the sides, flooding the deck and threatening to drag the boat under. The men scramble to bail out the water, their movements frantic and urgent. Some crew members begin to pray softly, their voices trembling and nearly lost in the howling wind. They whisper words of hope and protection, seeking comfort and faith as the storm rages around them. Others shout instructions, their voices barely audible over the roar of the storm. They work together, desperate to keep the boat afloat, relying on years of experience and trust in one another. The air is thick with anxiety and fear. Every face is tense, eyes wide with worry, as each man wonders if they will make it through the night. These waters are well known to the crew, but they are also some of the most dangerous in the world. The men have fished here for generations, but tonight, the sea feels more hostile than ever. The sailors know they are not just fighting the weather. They are also in a disputed part of the South China Sea, an area where many countries claim rights. Tensions often run high here, and the threat of encountering foreign patrols or rival fishermen is always present, adding another layer of danger to an already perilous night. But in this moment, all politics and territorial disputes are forgotten. The only thing that matters is survival. The crew works as one, united by the primal instinct to endure the storm and see the dawn. For now, the sea is their only enemy, and together, they fight to live another day. With the boat listing badly, the captain grabs the radio. His voice is steady but urgent. He broadcasts a mayday message, repeating their coordinates over and over. The storm drowns out some of his words, but he keeps trying. Minutes tick by. The crew grows anxious. One sailor keeps an eye on the water level. Another checks the engine, hoping for a miracle. They are running out of options, and time is not on their side. Suddenly the radio crackles with a response. A voice answers. It is a Chinese Coast Guard vessel patrolling nearby. They say they are coming to help. The relief on the fishermen's faces is unmistakable. Help is near, but the storm is still raging. The crew works together to keep the boat upright until rescue arrives. They know they must hold on just a little longer. Through the driving rain, the powerful searchlights of the Chinese Coast Guard vessel pierce the darkness. The rescue ship is large and imposing, its engines thunder as it powers through the waves, heading straight for the distressed Filipino boat. The Chinese crew act quickly. A rescue team is assembled on deck, wearing bright orange suits and harnesses. They prepare ropes, stretchers, and flotation devices. Communication is clear and direct. Every second matters. The Filipino sailors spot the approaching vessel. A wave of hope washes over them. Flares are fired into the sky, guiding the rescuers closer. The Chinese Coast Guard answers with their own signal, confirming they have located the boat. As the two vessels draw near, the rescue operation is about to begin. Both crews brace for the critical moments ahead. The South China Sea is notorious for its treacherous weather and political tensions. Many countries, including the Philippines and China, lay claim to parts of these waters. The area is rich in fish and vital for trade routes, making it a frequent flashpoint. For years, fishermen from different nations have risked their lives to make a living here. There have been clashes, standoffs, and moments of distrust, but nature does not respect borders. Storms and emergencies can strike anyone, no matter their flag. On this night, the boundaries are invisible. The only thing that matters is saving lives. The Chinese Coast Guard's decision to respond crosses political lines. It is an act of humanity in a place known more for conflict than cooperation. This rescue shines a light on the challenges and responsibilities faced by all nations in these disputed waters. The Chinese Coast Guard lowers a sturdy lifeboat into the churning, unforgiving sea. The wind howls and rain lashes the deck, but the crew works with practiced precision, braving the elements as they prepare for the dangerous mission ahead. Every movement is deliberate, every gesture a testament to their training and courage. Crew members climb aboard the lifeboat, gripping ropes tightly as the vessel sways beneath their feet. Shouts of instructions echo across the deck, each command clear and urgent, cutting through the roar of the storm. The team's determination is palpable as they check their gear and brace themselves for what lies ahead. The lifeboat bobs and dips violently, battling towering waves as it inches closer to the stranded Filipino vessel. The ocean is a swirling chaos of foam and spray, but the rescuers press on, eyes fixed on their goal. Every meter gained is a victory against the relentless sea. The Filipino sailors, desperate but hopeful, throw down lines to the approaching rescuers. Ropes fly through the air, connecting the two vessels in a lifeline of hope and cooperation. The tension is high, but so is the resolve on both sides. One by one, the fishermen are helped into bright orange life jackets, their faces etched with fear and exhaustion. The rescuers guide them carefully across the slippery decks, steadying them as they make the perilous transfer to the lifeboat. Each successful crossing is met with quiet relief. Some of the rescued are shivering uncontrollably from the cold and exhaustion, their bodies pushed to the limit by the ordeal. Others are injured, limping, clutching bruised limbs or leaning heavily on their crewmates for support. The rescuers move quickly, offering words of encouragement and reassurance. The rescue team moves with a sense of urgency, yet every action is careful and coordinated. They communicate with hand signals and shouts, working seamlessly together despite the chaos around them. Their training and teamwork are on full display. The storm rages on with fierce winds and sheets of rain reducing visibility to almost nothing. Dark clouds loom overhead, and the ocean remains turbulent and unpredictable. The danger is far from over, but the rescuers refuse to be deterred. Water surges over the decks, drenching everyone and making every step treacherous. The boats rock violently, threatening to capsize with each massive wave. Yet through sheer determination, the teams hold their ground and continue the rescue. Despite the chaos, the teams work as one, Chinese Coast Guard and Filipino sailors united by a common purpose. Their coordinated effort is a testament to human resilience and the power of cooperation in the face of adversity. Each sailor is carefully accounted for and brought aboard the Chinese Coast Guard ship. The rescuers check names and faces, ensuring no one is left behind. The sense of relief grows with every rescued crew member who steps onto the safety of the Coast Guard vessel. Blankets and hot drinks are handed out immediately, warming cold hands and lifting spirits. The Coast Guard distributes supplies, offering comfort and reassurance to the survivors. For the first time in hours, the rescued sailors begin to feel safe. A final head count is performed on deck, each name called out and answered. When the last sailor is confirmed safe, a wave of overwhelming relief sweeps through the group. The ordeal is finally over, and everyone is accounted for. Cheers erupt and tears flow freely as the sailors embrace, some laughing, others crying. The mix of exhaustion, gratitude, and joy is palpable. Against all odds, they have survived the storm together, and the bonds forged in this moment will last a lifetime. News of the rescue spreads fast. In Manila, Philippine officials issue a statement. "We are grateful for the swift action of the Chinese Coast Guard," says a government spokesperson. "The lives of our citizens were saved. We appreciate this act of humanity." Chinese officials also speak out. "Our mission is to protect lives at sea, regardless of nationality," says a Coast Guard commander. "We responded to a call for help. That is our duty." Media outlets in both countries cover the story. Headlines highlight the rare moment of cooperation. Social media fills with praise and relief. Families of the rescued sailors share their gratitude online, posting messages of thanks. Diplomats see this as an opportunity. They discuss ways to improve communication and emergency response between the two nations. The rescued sailors return home to a hero's welcome. Their families embrace them tightly, tears streaming down faces. The captain gives interviews, recounting the terrifying ordeal and the moment hope arrived. "We owe our lives to those who came for us," he says. "The Chinese Coast Guard were brave and professional. We will never forget what they did." The Philippine government sends an official note of thanks to Beijing. Chinese officials respond in kind, expressing their relief that all were saved. Diplomats from both countries mention the rescue as a positive example of cooperation. This act of goodwill sparks hope. Leaders on both sides talk about future joint exercises and better emergency coordination at sea. This dramatic rescue is a powerful reminder. The sea is vast and dangerous. No one can face its wrath alone. International cooperation is not just a goal, it is a necessity for safety. When disaster strikes, politics can be set aside. Human lives come first. The actions of the Chinese Coast Guard and the gratitude of the Filipino sailors show what is possible when nations work together. The world watches and learns. This incident encourages more dialogue, more agreements, and more training to save lives at sea. It is a small victory in a region often marked by rivalry. In the end, it is a story of survival, courage, and hope, and a lesson that cooperation at sea can bring nations closer, even in the most troubled waters.